The basic misconception that people have about transition from front to backward skating is they think they need to keep their legs at such angle as shown here. I drew this line intentionally. Here we have a straight line and also two other lines at this angle. This is the angle that we aim at. This is more than enough to transition to a backward skating. The most important role in our goal is the body weight transfer. If you have your body weight positioned equally 50-50 all the time, you will fail. You have to transfer your weight properly to succeed. It looks more or less like this. So I also have a second drawing here. It may be more legibly and will better explain the trick. Look, I am skating, feet parallel, body weight positioned equally. So here I am making a turn, a very light turn here. Mind that I am still skating forward over there. And I'm making this turn to make it easier for my other leg to spin. Turn like this and immediately follow with your right leg. And now skating backwards. Once again, here I go. I do a small turn, turn my feet, and when both feet are on the ground, I again position my weight equally 50-50. But before that, I always do this small turn, and it allows me to easily spin. Because when learning this and skating forward, I know this may be very difficult to do, so try to make this slight turn first. At first try this in place. The same thing, skating forward, turn, and voila! You have to learn the sequence of actions. When you feel this sequence, remember to do that at slow speed. I know that a very common problem here, when my students finish intermediate course with me, is that they often feel overconfident. Most probably you may feel upbeat and certain of your skills, therefore trying to do everything at high speed. Try to stay at low speeds. From what I know, the problem often lies there. As I have to dampen my students, zest and remind them about speed, so low speeds. Change your direction with a turn like this. I try to transition and sustain a backwards glide. For now only do front skating and transition to backward skating. If you will reach a point where you feel you can do the same at a moderate speed, not the lowest, it is very good then. I have not yet shown anything related to upper body rotation. You know me well enough to expect rotation part mentioned at the end. You know, I like using cool-down effect. In example, something suddenly feels much easier. Try first without this rotation and then add it. Remember, most of the turns are preceded by the upper body rotation. It is a general rule. Here, when doing this small turn, add rotation, like this. To put it plainly, twist your upper body, swing your arms. And now going backwards. Should be no problem, your rollerblades will want to go like this naturally. So try without and then with rotation. And then you will have to do this in reverse order. A slight turn when skating backwards and it's easier for you to turn. So as I did this exercise like this, when done reversed, same turn and spin. So it is easier for me to transition. You have to master each side at slow speed, and there is a good deal of those sides. I'll show that when skating, but first look here. Like this, a complete circle in left direction. Then like this, a circle in right direction. Next one, turn and return. And another turn and return, but in different direction. Additionally, do the upper body rotation during those exercises shown before. In example, complete circle left and right plus turn and return left and right. You can do without upper body rotation when trying to understand leg transfers, but later with rotation it should look like this. And the other side just like this. Turn and return. Go left and return right. The other side like this. Practice so you can master each of those sides. Turns are very important and you have to master them. If you want to approach an advanced level, turns should not be an inconvenience for you and you should feel accustomed to them. Quite often we feel capable and confident with turns at a low speed, but we lose this confidence when speed becomes higher. So when I've mastered this at low speed, the best way to better yourself and to raise the bar is to raise the speed. Also to raise the execution speed, so when making a transfer I aim it to take as less time as possible. I make it tight and therefore it becomes faster. When braking it will be the most effective when it takes the least time. So when transitioning to backward skating, we want it to last this much. And not cause us to think about the sequence of things and so on. This is really important here. Practice this and be patient about your progress and don't stress yourself too much. Rome wasn't built in a day. You will have to commit and spare a couple of weeks or even months to master each side properly and comfortably approach an advanced level, because there it will be a hardcore. There you will meet under push, double push, we'll start doing power slides, we'll do magic too, a lot of advanced rollerblading techniques. Not a lot of skaters mastered this yet. Maybe that will be you who will master all these techniques. Maybe one day you will be teaching those yourself. Well, we'll have to see. So, when doing those transfers from backwards to front skating and vice versa, we have some common mistakes. Lack of rotation, improper knee and weight positioning. Surprise, surprise. If you will position your weight equally 50-50, look here, I am doing 50-50 weight. The other leg will pull you because it has your weight and throw you out of your turning trajectory. I was showing that at low speed, but when at high speed this would be drastic. Rollerblade would enter a back trajectory and pull you, everything would become entangled. Your feet should be on the same team and do that in unison, so mind that. Another thing is knee positioning. They have to be low. Thanks to my low knees, A. Not afraid of falling backwards, I have control because my knee overlaps my toes. And B. Have more space for maneuvering, so no problem, when on straight legs I still can do this, but it becomes bland. Let's be honest, it looks raw and clumsy. And you would agree that we don't want to skate like this, we already skate on a decent intermediate level. We know how to skate forwards, backwards, how to brake and how to turn, so this is our goal. Another thing. Exaggerated rotation. The key here is to stop rotating once you've transferred. Don't continue to rotate after the turn, it often looks like this. You need to stop rotating afterwards. Counteract this rotation motion. After the swing, control your turn and stop it so your arms are not pulling you even further. This turn is enough. Do it like this and then stop. You should aim at a transition that is as smooth as possible. Your goal is to master this so you eventually do not lose speed during the transition. Quite often people will do it like this. A lot of speed was lost in this transition. An effective transition would look like this. I did not slow down a single bit. Hence, your first partial success will be not losing too much speed and still having some left. After completing your transitions, both backwards to front skating and vice versa. This is great, a solid success. You have not lost your speed. Even if you have slowed down a bit, it's also good. Lower speed is also good. As I have taught this earlier, it is easier to learn this way. Only later you try to do this at high speed and aim to sustain the same speed after the transition. A smooth and mild transition. That's it. Here, as I've mentioned this before, it really should look like this, a quick and deft switch. It really has to be a quick switch. Weight transfer is done rapidly from one leg onto the other. Only then we glide with rollerblades on the ground and weight positioned equally 50-50%, so it goes flat and evenly at suddenly quick weight transitions. You will have to coordinate those movements. That may not be easy, but not insanely difficult either. Difficult ones will start later. I hope you will approach them too at some point, and you will be able to join me and other skaters in IRL skating events that the world hasn't seen before. I am rooting for your success and see you on my next class.